So a new state law could finally bring more opportunity for black and brown entrepreneurs looking to open dispensaries on both the south and west sides of Chicago.
That's right. The governor is expected to sign this bill. It is a bill that is pushed very heavily by State Rep Shawn Ford, and he's just joining us this morning to tell us why this new bill is really going to be a life-changing one for a lot of people. Hey there, State Rep Shawn Ford. Good to see you again.
Good to see you all. Can't wait to get back at that desk.
Soon,
Yeah,
LaShawn.
gotta get you in the studio on the anchor desk here. All right, first of all, let's talk a little bit about this bill because there are other things we want to talk to you about this morning. Tell us about the bill and why it means so much to those minority entrepreneurs who really want to grow their businesses.
Well, Scott and Anita, right now, this billion-dollar industry in Illinois and across the country is dominated by a few people that's white. And the intent of the law in Illinois was to make sure that people that were hardest hit by the war on drugs had an opportunity to start a life and a business and encourage people from their neighborhoods to work and to build the neighborhoods. But right now, no one black or brown has majority ownership in the cannabis business in Illinois. And so this new bill, when it's signed into law, we believe it increases the chance of black and brown people getting into this emerging economy.
Well, let me ask you this, LaShawn, because we know that this is a business for the wealthy and liquidity is key. And a lot of black business owners say they don't have access to capital that their counterparts, white counterparts, do. So what does this legislation do to open those doors?
Well, there are a lot of black applicants and brown applicants that have the ability to be successful in this industry. All they need is an opportunity to get in. And the state has to do something to make sure that there is real social equity to help these emerging business people in this economy. Otherwise, they will not be as successful as we hope. So you're right. This is an all cash business. And the fact that the federal government still has not approved it, there is a risk that small business owners may not be as successful as we hope.
So how many licenses are there anyway that are available? And then how do they choose the winners? And then where do they put these dispensaries? That matters too.
Yeah, so there right now, the lottery, we have 75 lotteries that's been on hold for over 400 days. Over 400 days, we've been waiting to have a lottery for people that have paid their application fees and paid consultants to get into this industry. And then the governor released another 110 licenses. So I think that we're on course to see black ownership and brown ownership in the state of Illinois. And they will have the ability to open on the west side, on the south side, in Peoria, in Rockford, all over the state. You will see cannabis ownership in the dispensary business.
Let me shift our focus real quick. We got less than a minute, LaShawn. I apologize to rush to you here, but the weekend was awful here in Chicago. 60 people shot, 6 people dead. We heard from the superintendent seemingly throwing up his hand saying, well, this is a gang issue. I heard you in a podcast recently, and you put a lot of blame on yourself and your fellow lawmakers, down in Springfield. But what's being done locally? We're opening up Friday. There's going to be a lot of people nervous to come downtown.
They are. They should be afraid because I think that the city and the state continues to do the same thing. And it's time that we stop. And I'm not covering for the police, but we actually, the state and the city actually deal a bad hand for law enforcement. And we have to make sure that we don't create these same opportunities for people to do criminal activity. So we have to put the best schools in the worst communities if we want to see change. We got to invest in businesses in these communities so that we could reduce unemployment in these neighborhoods. We have to give people hope, and we have to have people believing that there's a future for them. It's enough. I think it's really a shame that we continue to make this a policing issue when it's really a societal issue. And if we really want to stop the killing, and if we want safer communities, we have to be fair with our resources in this state.
Shawn Ford, I certainly have a ton more questions for you, but we are out of time, and we have other news we got to get to. So we appreciate your time and the fact that you fight out there for the people in your community. We do appreciate that.
Thank you, Scott and Anita.
Good to see you as always.